Have you considered you might have ADHD? That's what my doctor said. And I laughed. I'm so organized. I can focus. Sometimes. I'm not bouncing off the walls. But here's what I didn't know for over 25 years. ADHD has 3 primary presentations, and the stereotype barely covers 1. So if you're like me, getting things done, but feeling like you're working twice as hard, this might change how you think about ADHD. In this video, I'm going to break down the 3 actual clinical presentations of ADHD and explain why your ADHD might have been missed, especially if you're smart. ADHD is complex, and most clinicians can't even agree on the specifics. However, based on the current version of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, ADHD comes in 3 different presentations. By the way, if you want more ADHD tips for your specific situation, I put together a couple prompts to create your own AI ADHD coach. To get that free resource, link is in the description below. The first type is the hyperactive type. This is closer to the stereotypical picture of ADHD. Someone who can't sit still, may be disruptive in class, impulsive, always moving around, jumpy and extra talkative, or generally impatient. These symptoms are more external, so these people tend to be diagnosed earlier in life. The second type is the inattentive type. This is your daydreamer, someone who's constantly in their head, likely misses details and has difficulty concentrating on longer tasks, but they'll usually actually appear very quiet and non-disruptive. These symptoms are more internal, so these people tend to be diagnosed later in life. Third type is combined type. This person is extra spicy and has a significant number of both inattentive and hyperactive symptoms. Based on the official criteria, which is way too long for a single YouTube video, you need to consistently show at least 6 symptoms over a significant period of time to get diagnosed. Even then, however, the current criteria contain significant gaps. If you read any modern book on how to treat ADHD, there are obvious holes in these diagnostic criteria. Here are a few. Number 1, missing root causes. The current criteria only include high-level observable behaviors. There's also no mention of executive dysfunction, working memory, or emotional regulation, which are key components of ADHD and focus. Number 2, missing related symptoms. There's also nothing about perfectionism or procrastination, which are disproportionately high in the ADHD population. There's also no mention of hyperfocus, not to mention the difficulty getting out of hyperfocus. Number 3, gender bias. More women tend to have inattentive over hyperactive ADHD. There's no metric for mental struggle or burnout caused by underlying ADHD, so more women tend to silently struggle. Number 4, vague criteria. Most people experience every one of these symptoms some of the time. Many of the listed symptoms also overlapped with other mental conditions like anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, etc. So it's very common to get misdiagnosed with the wrong condition. Number 5, masking in high IQ individuals. Kids with high IQ tend to learn how to mask their ADHD. Additionally, test-taking environments can feel novel and stimulating for some people with ADHD. So just because you get good grades doesn't mean that you can't possibly have ADHD. If you're watching this video, you're probably pretty smart. You've likely learned how to compensate for your brain and maybe even appear like you have it all together. The question is then, how persistently do these symptoms negatively impact your life day in and day out? For example, my first few years at work, I met expectations and got promotion. But on the inside, I thought I was lazy and stupid. I couldn't for the life of me manage tasks and estimate timelines, to the point that anxiety and panic attacks landed me in therapy. Just because you can meet deadlines at the expense of your mental and physical health does not mean that you should. So if you are struggling, step 1 is to accept and understand your brain. There is nothing wrong with you, and you are certainly not alone. If this helped you understand ADHD better, drop a comment and let me know which type sounds most like you. Your story also might help someone else. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.